Have you ever tried to use, AI to create a full custom dashboard without actually using any tools or writing functions and formula? No Excel, no Power BI, no Tableau, no Python, no Looker Studio. It's just you, your data, plus GPT and your browser. This is running locally on this particular browser. No internet is required. So let us bring in a new data. Now we have 10 million, revenue. So let us click over here, and over here is our data updated. So our data runs through CSV right in here. I'm going to show you how to convert it and get something like this. Now, let us look at filters. Over here, category, select electronics. Then maybe you want to add like books. Here we go. 2 items selected, right? Then let us go to a particular region, like the North region. Then we want to actually add another region, the Northwest region, updated. Then over here, we select a particular year from here. Now we have multiple slicers placed on this dashboard. So if we don't want the slicers again, we can decide to actually clear the slicer by clicking over Reset Filter over here, and everything gets reset again. Can you see how dynamic and interactive it is? I'm going to show you how to actually get this particular dashboard right in here created without wasting your time. Let us get into the class right now. The very first thing you need to do is to convert your data into CSV. So how do you do that? Just go over to File and go to Save As and click on Browse. And right now, mine is already on CSV. So make sure you check yours and make sure it's actually on CSV. So now just go ahead and actually click over here and choose this particular CSV here. That is important. So after we have done that, it is time for we to convert our data into JSON. So we're going to use a website, and it's something very simple. Let's go. So over here, we have this website called convertcsv.com. So just search for convert.csv.com to convert yours to JSON. So scroll down and choose File, then choose this particular one here. Then here is actually my data. So I have grabbed it. So it has loaded it in now. So we just have to scroll all the way down. Scroll down. So it's processing and just give it some time. So now, as you can see, we have our JSON code here, and all we have to do is to download it. Just click on this particular download result here. So it's downloading. Then as this one is downloading right now, it has been downloaded successfully. Click over here to take a look at it. So here we go. We have our, JSON right in here. Don't bother changing the file name. Just leave it this particular way. Then otherwise, if you change it and you don't know how to actually use the right format for it, it's not going to work. So I'm going to close this now. So this particular code here is very huge. We can't copy everything and drop it into GPT. So what do? We have to copy part of it and pay attention to how I'm going to copy. So this particular curly bracket here, aim it and copy it all the way down till we get to the first closure of the next curly bracket. Okay, here we go. We're going to stop it right at this particular first closure here. Then we just have to go ahead and actually copy this, Ctrl-C to copy. So once you have copied this right now, it is time for we to go into GPT. So I'm going to actually open up my GPT over here. It's blank. You can use free GPT if you don't have the paid version. And Gemini works fine. I have tried it, but GPT still gave me the best result. So right now I'm going to paste this right in here. Okay, so once I've done that, hold the Shift key, hit the Enter key twice to actually go into a new line. Now we need to use our prompt. So here comes the first prompt we're going to be using. So go ahead and copy this particular prompt and actually use it. So type the same exact thing out and actually use it right on our JSON code. So I'm going to paste this particular one here. So once pasted, if you look at what I have right here now, it's something very simple and easy. It's just for me to tell GPT what I really want and what is actually in already and what I want to do for me. It's just for GPT to actually go ahead and actually give me what kind of insight I should actually be seeing on the data set I actually have right in there as a JSON format. It's very simple. So if you actually use this particular method to actually craft your own prompt using any data you have at all, it's going to give you something similar to this. So let us try to run it. So click on run here to run it. Now, this is what we want. All you have to do right now is to take a look at exactly what GPT has given to you. And if there is something you don't like about it, just actually write a prompt to describe what you really want from it. But for me, this one here is 100% okay. We can go with it. So we need now to paste in our next prompt. So here comes our next prompt. This particular prompt is very important. You need to actually understand what is going on right in here. So just go ahead and actually take a look at what is actually, in here. So the most important part is this particular part right in here, because we actually want our dashboard to be dynamic so that we can actually bring in new data every single time, right? So for that, we actually said include a file upload. Can you see now? Include a file upload feature that allows user to actually upload a JSON file from their computer. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And that part that is actually very important, so that you shouldn't copy this exactly the way it is. You understand? You should be able to actually know what you're actually copying and how you can actually use it on your own personal data set. So over here on this particular part here is the filters, what to actually have right on it. So let us reduce the filter, it's too much. So I'm going to take off platform. You understand? I'm going to take off customer type. I don't want to actually have customer type. So customer order status, I think that is okay. So now, if you look at this particular portion here, they are part of what I have as header or as a column in my data set. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So here comes our data, right? So customer type is actually here. So we have the region over here. And again, if we go a little bit, we're going to see that we have the month as well. So we have the month, and as well we have the other year. That's exactly what we have inside this particular prompt right in here. So you have to make sure you actually match this with your own personal data set if you're using a different data. So now it is time for you to copy this one from here. Copied. Let us go back to GPT. Then go ahead and actually paste this in. So just run this right now, then give it some time. It might take a little while to actually get this for you, because right now what it is going to generate is actually HTML and JavaScript code that we can actually run on browser and actually have a very beautiful dashboard created. So let us wait for it and see what is going to happen. As you can see, we now have our JavaScript / HTML code we can actually use to actually create our dashboard. So it's very simple and easy. The next thing we have to do right now is to actually click over the copy code to actually copy the exact code that has been generated for us. What do we need to do next after copying this code by using this particular copy code right here? Go ahead and actually search for Notepad. It's very important. If you have Notepad++, you can actually use it, but I'm going to use just ordinary Notepad right in here. Then paste the code right into it and actually keep it open even though if you have saved it. Then go over to this particular file, then click on Save As. Let me show you how to save this and make it work. So go ahead and actually click on this particular part and change it to all files. Then over here, if you have been working with HTML before now, you would have known how to save this. It's called index.html. Can you see that now? Then save this somewhere you can actually remember. So mine is actually on download. I'm going to click on save. So we have just done justification to this. The next thing we have to do right now is to go over to here. And here we go. So we have it right in here. This is what we have just actually, done. Double click to actually have it opened. All right, here you go. We have our dashboard here. And if you look at it, it's something that is actually pretty. It's not bad, it's fine. So let us look at how dynamic this looks before we actually decide to change the layout that we have right now if we don't like this. I'm going to actually show you how to change it. So now here we go. As you can see, so we can decide to actually click on maybe fashion is updating, grocery, then home. That is actually going to be a slider for category. Then we can decide to actually choose a particular month, which means we're going to have to go ahead and click on the drop down here and go for April. Can you see? Now our dashboard actually updates automatically. So if you don't want any of the slides that you have just placed on it right now, just go ahead and click on reset and it resets it back for you. So the next thing we're going to do right now is that I want you to actually pay attention to this particular part right in here. which is the actual value part here. So it's going to change if I have my data actually in here right now. So what we have right here as the value on our total revenue is actually 10 million, right? So click on file here, then click over here, show all files, then go ahead and click on your, JSON and open. Check it out, updated. Can you see now? Updated automatically. This is exactly what you need to do to actually have something very dynamic created. So this updates automatically once you have new data. So what I'm not happy with right now is actually the layout. I'm not actually cool with this. So we have to write a different prompt to actually ask it to update this layout for us to make it much more beautiful, look like a modern dashboard or something like that. Let's do it. So first of all, I'm going to go back here. So what I'm going to do right now is to go ahead and trying to do something. Let's see, can we get it here? This is why I like other browser. So I don't know what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so I know what to do. I'm going to copy this one. I'm going to use my favorite browser here. Paste it and open it on this particular browser. So mind you, if you want to share this to somebody, you don't share the link. What you share is this particular one here. Share this one. Don't rename it, otherwise you might have issues with it. Just share this particular one to somebody. The person has it opened and it's 100% free. No internet is required. So we already have it opened over here. Click on this particular three dots and actually, do this. Okay, once we have done that, I'm going to do Windows Shift S to take a screenshot of this. Then we have it right here. So let us go over to this particular part where we have generated writing. Paste in the screenshot you have actually taken and actually write the prompt you want. So now you can see what I have written right in here. I said I like what you have actually created, but I don't like the layout. So I want to actually have a minimalist dashboard. Make sure all the slicers are on drop down and add icons to the KPIs and make it very beautiful. So this particular little thing here will make the changes. So what I'm going to do right now next is for me to say, okay, update the code. That is all you need to do. Just actually give it a breathing space to actually update the code for you. Then we can actually go ahead and actually update our file here. This is what we have to update and actually get everything working 100%. That is why it's very important for you to keep this one opened as you're actually still updating it, right? So let us take a look at what we're having. As you can see, we have our new code right now. All we have to do is just to go ahead and actually copy the new code we have just generated, then head up to this particular, one here. What you have to do right now, Control A, then delete to actually have it deleted. Then go ahead and paste this one right in here. Once you have actually pasted it, make sure you Control S to actually save this. Then let us go to our browser and see what is going to happen. So we are right in here. Before we do anything, let us go ahead and put it on 100%. So right now I'm going to refresh this. Watch out. So we have a new design with white background. Can you see? From dark background to a white background. And this is how the layout looks. And this is where our slicers are now placed. This is how to update it, to change whatever you want. It's all about you giving it a particular prompt that tells GPT what you really want from it. Can you see now? Now let us play around with the slicers. So go to here and select 2024 and here we go. We have it updated. If we select 2025, updated, we go ahead and select a particular region. Then, can you see now? You can decide to choose more than, one region. It's all a choice. Just actually click on that particular part. Can you see now? So the slicer is not working for some part. What are we supposed to do? We have to tell GPT that our slicer is not actually working, so it has to be updated. Quickly, let us run back to GPT and come over here and tell it that the slicers are not connected. Just so give it some time. You're going to have a new code, use it, and your slicer should actually be working right away. Now again, we have a new update. So all we have to do is just to copy this particular code and go ahead and do the same exact thing we have done before. Click over here and wipe this off, paste it and Control S. Then let's go ahead and actually update this particular one by clicking over here. It actually gets updated right now. So once we have done that, let us actually go ahead and click on a particular category. Now it's working 100%. Can you see? It might not work for the first, second, or even the third time. All you have to do is to keep on prompting it until it gives you what you want. Let us go ahead and actually update it. Click over here, then click over this particular part. Now we have our new data right in. So go over here and select cancelled. Can you see? Maybe delivered. So we have two different selected, order status right in here. So based on what month of February, then March, then this. So go ahead and actually reset your slicer, and here you go. This is how you can actually create a particular dashboard without you using any software to actually have it done at all. I believe this particular video definitely helped you to understand what GPT can do. So keep on watching my videos. Make sure you support me by subscribing, and your comment is always welcome.